Hello, hello. Welcome to Happiness is a Healthier Habit with me, your nutrition coach. My name is Jackie Poole, and I'm so glad you're here. Happy 2024. I don't know about you, but I am so excited for this year. And let me tell you, even though it started with me driving back and getting a ticket for speeding, it does not mean anything. I'm still excited for this year. And you know what? It just happens to the best of us. And we move on. So today's episode, I wanted to touch back on some New Year resolution statistics that were recommended or kind of projected for 2024. The start of a new year serves really as an opportunity for many of us to set goals, to commit to better habits. But what tends to happen sometimes is we feel super motivated, super energized and excited. But after the ball drops, it kind of wears off, right? We kind of like felt in the moment to do whatever we wanted to do, felt inspired, felt that breeze of motivation. And we want to change, but once that time gets to do it, we kind of explore the things we want, but really don't go deep on what we want to do. And I just was going through some statistics that Forbes came out with. They surveyed about 1,000 adults, and they conducted this study right around October, and the results are in. And here are some of the major resolutions that people really prioritize. So, number 1 was improved fitness, improved finances. This is a big one. Improved mental health. Number 4 was lose weight. And right next to it is improved diet, make more money, make more time for loved ones. This one's interesting. Came out for 12%. Stop smoking. Next one is learn a new skill, make time for hobbies, which I'm definitely in, improve work-life balance, travel more, which is a big one, but it's almost towards the end, so that's interesting. Meditate regularly, and the last one, 3%, drink less alcohol. So kudos to those who are trying to drink less. I hope it works out for you. So the Forbes Health One Poll survey found that the average resolution starts and ends in about 3.74 months. So think about that when you decided or had resolutions for this year, or when you've made them in the past. How did you felt, and did you accomplish them in any way? Only 8% of those that really make the resolutions, keep it for the whole time. And so that's just really interesting to see that a lot of people after the first quarter kind of drop off, forget their goals. And that kind of tends to happen when you don't have a plan, when you don't know what to do. And it becomes more of a wish than an actual commitment to yourself. 62% of the individuals that got surveyed also said that they felt pressured to set a New Year's resolution. And 64% felt slightly more pressured to set a resolution than men. So I found that very interesting. And I don't know about you, but I have never felt pressure to make a New Year resolution. I felt like it's a thing to do, and it's kind of normalized, common, right? That's something that we do, but I never felt real pressure that I have to set out and do something for the following year. But even though for 2024, we have made plans ourselves, including for me, to follow my SMART goals plan and implement some changes for our finances and our health as well as a whole family. We have a lot of things changing, jobs changing. And so we're definitely speaking about it as a family and as a whole. And speaking of health, overall, 48% of people say improving fitness was a top priority in 2024. So if you are in that realm, I am definitely the person to go to right now. I am taking new clients for my habitual MAP program. If you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to build better habits, this is the time to do it. So I recommend to start a consult and get started with that today. Moving on, again, 36% cited they want to improve their mental health. And again, that was on the top. More people cited that fitness was on top more than finances and mental health, right? So improving body composition was more important than actually losing weight. And of course, improved diet was right there with it. 20% of respondents say that they keep themselves accountable when it comes to sticking to their goals, which this is a massive drop to last year's survey, for which of 77% of corresponders said that they would keep themselves accountable. Accountability is such a huge thing when you're trying to accomplish something, whether it be to yourself, to a friend, when you have a coach, when you have somebody that's working with you and alongside of you and cheering you on and telling you like it is, you're not bullshitting. It's definitely going to help you get there. So especially when you have tried doing something before, it hasn't worked out for you, you've tried many times, and it's, it comes specifically for weight loss, right? You lose it, you gain it back, you lose a few pounds, you do something quick. It's super important to have that commitment to somebody because you're more likely to stick to it. And it doesn't have to be necessarily a coach, right? But when you actually pay out of your own pocket to really do something, it changes something in your mind that makes you think, I'm not going to waste this, right? I'm going to take full advantage of this right now. And I didn't pay that money for nothing. So it definitely, when you pay for a service, when you pay for, a program, you're paying for the results that you're going to get. And eventually, when you learn, when you get that information, not only can you take it and run with it and you have it forever, you will see the results and you can bring that to yourself, to your significant other, to your kids. You're expanding that health, legacy to the ones you care for, and it makes a big difference. So investing is definitely something that helps with accountability. And again, this is super important and why I advocate to find a coach again, to find a friend that's really going to, again, hold you accountable to see you actually succeed. And it will make such a huge difference. Now, one thing that, because we're talking about health, we're talking about weight loss, that is such a major thing when it comes to, a resolution in the beginning of the year. Let me remind you, the 5 top things talk about fitness, finances, mental health, lose weight, and improve diet. So those are not only physical, mental, but spiritual as well, right? Because you want to bring all of those things into your family, into your loved ones. And during the program, we focus not only on our physical and mental health, but our spiritual health as well. And that's not necessarily talking about religion or God. For me, that is more talking about and focusing on the connection and relationships that you have and you've built, whether it be with your family, with your friends, with your kids, with your significant other. It makes a huge difference, that relationship that you have with yourself, because the way you treat yourself and the connection you have with others makes a huge difference on how you feel and will impact your physical and mental health as well. So we don't leave spiritual health out of this program. Number one thing when we start is find a why, which will give you a purpose to what you're trying to achieve. Something that I recommend you do if you had a resolution for 2024 is write it down. It's so simple. Writing it down and seeing it every day, whether it be on a sticky note. I personally carry my planner everywhere I go with me. I read it every day because it makes me aware, and it kind of changes something on the back of my head and reminds me of what I'm working towards. Number 2 is making SMART goals, which is essentially a plan for you. What are SMART goals? SMART goals are, and the SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and it gives you a timeline of when you're going to accomplish your plan. Now, when we make plans, they don't go sometimes as we hope for, as we wanted them to. What happens is life changes, is constantly changing. So most likely, sometimes that plan is not always going to be, at 100% or always, how you wanted it. And if it does, great. But that's where, you become resilient when you are, going through those hurdles and trying to make it work. Number 3 is, again, find accountability when you're trying to achieve this resolution. I am here for you. Anytime, any day, if you want to start working together to lose weight, to learn how to eat, to find a great workout program that will get you the results that is super simple, I am here for you. I am a call away. All you do is have to schedule. And remember, you can always recommit to yourself. Like I said, life is changing. It is never the same. And sometimes our plans don't go our way, but we have to pivot and turn, like Ross did with that couch. I love Friends, and I love that show. So I always think of pivoting of that couch when Ross is pivoting. You pivot and you pivot and you pivot until you get it done. It doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter when, but the thing is that at the end of that journey, it gets done. So that's what I'm here for. I want to hear what kind of resolutions you had for this year. If you're one of the ones that said drink less alcohol, I'm so proud of you. That is one of something that I've had in mind, and I kept that for 2023. Not saying that I quit, but I definitely reduced alcohol intake for 2023, and I plan to do that for 2024. So if you're trying to accomplish something regarding health and you don't know where to start, again, I am so here for you. And I'm so glad you joined me today. It's a short one. It's a New Year start off. Think about what you had in mind for this new year, 2024. And I can't wait to talk to you next time. Bye.